Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and today I'm going to be going over the Daughters of Orion event in which Anthea is added to the game. Also, Artema is in the event key drop pool this week, and only in the event key drop pool. So we are going to be opening up some event keys and getting her as well. She's only going to be within the event key drop pool, then she'll be out of the drop pool for about a month, and then she'll just be in the normal key drop pools like the Glory and Gem. But this week, event keys for her. And also, console players, you guys ended up getting version 3.05 update today. So I'll put a video on that in the top right as far as what I've covered of it so far. I'll also put the full change log in the description for any of you that want to go and read over all of the changes. But let's go now and go over the event. So Anthea, a pretty nice troop, also comes with double green blue trait stones. This is really nice for trading up things like Christinex, as well as probably Druid and a few other just that you have laying around. But I would say that Christinex would be probably the best value that you're going to want to aim for if you happen to have it or save up for such. As far as Anthea is concerned, it is an epic mythic mystic Centaur, only 11 mana cost, and it creates 15 yellow-green and then dispels all enemy. There isn't too many things with dispel. She's actually the second troop to ever get it. Depending on when console gets her, it might actually be the first troop that ever gets it. But what dispel does is it removes all positive status effects. As of this current moment, there are only 3 positive status effects: barrier, enchanted, and enrage. So she'll end up removing all 3 of those, as well as any future positive status effects from all the enemies. But the main reason you use her for is for her really high gem spawn, which is quite loopable and synergizes relatively well with many of the other centaurs. So let's go over some of the objectives and stuff. The first one being, let's go into these keys and see if we can get this new legend. Hopefully we get it relatively quick. Let's see. Yep, there we go. 2 of her, though. Do keep in mind she's not the only legend within the drop pool. There is a Anthea, there is a Orion kind of blocking our way as well. Orion is pretty useless of a troop in every single way other than its final trait. Yeah, so hopefully you will get Artema mainly and not that many Orions. As far as Artema, what she does is she explodes. She's basically like a mini Gorgoltha in a way, damage version of Gorgoltha. She explodes a row, which is approximately 1/3 the explosion amount of a Gorgoltha. It then deals damage to the 2 weakest enemies, and that is boosted by centaurs at a 4 times boost ratio, meaning she'll get as much as 16 additional damage onto both of them for 32 additional damage. So very, very, very nice damage output right there. As far as her traits, and the reason why she's kind of like Gorgoltha, she does have a 40% chance to dodge skulls, and currently, I haven't actually tested this yet, I will find out later as far as its interaction on 3.05, but on version 3.0, if you get hit by multiple skulls at once, let's say they take 3 pairs at once, if the agile or the dexterous triggers for even one of those 3 instances, it'll dodge all 3 of them. So very, very effective against skull spam. Basically, this new troop, assuming that it does work the exact same way as that, as it does in the previous version, basically she would be used to counter out skull spam, whereas you would still use Gorgoltha if you were going down more of the skull distract route. Gorgoltha would be better against single skulls. The Artema, would be much better when you're going up against multiple skulls at once, such as anything like a Bone Dragon, Shegra, and all those other troops that can spam multiple of them. So let's go see if we can get lucky enough to get her all the way up. Wow, double. Can we get her triple-double? That would be perfect. I don't think we'll really need 2 copies of her, or, 2, well, we need 6, but 2 additional ones. Oh, nope, got a double Orion right there. But we have 4 so far, and doesn't seem to be going up much higher. Come on. 4. Oh, there we go. 5, 6, 7. That is all of them that we will be needing. So let's go and upgrade. One thing that I didn't show previously, because I didn't actually have anything upgradable, is how the new upgrading system actually works in 3.05. Another nice improvement. As you guys know, it used to take forever to ascend things. You had to click spam like crazy amounts. But All we have to do is boom, sacrifice, done. Okay, and now it just got ascended as far as it can possibly go, which is all the way to Mythic because we can get it to Mythic. Similarly, instead of having to spam every single time, go and click every single time to upgrade your level, you can select any level that you want, and it will level all the way up to that point. And of course, we're just going to go all the way to max, which is really easy if we want to do. All we have to do, or this was actually already pretty easy, but let's say we only wanted to go to level 18 and not to level 20. Maybe we were low on souls. We can do that as well, but we just click once, over, boom, all the way up. Yes, we do want to use our souls, and there it goes through all of its levels. And yeah, a lot quicker than what it used to be. That is definitely for sure. So let's go use the new legend and go over the event objectives as soon as we get her upgraded. She is competing for Gorgoltham, trait stones and everything like that. A little bit unfortunate. If you did have to choose between her and Gorgoltha, while I haven't tested her extensively, I still think it would be better value to go for Gorgoltha, mainly because even though she might be stronger than Gorgoltha, in several instances, Gorgoltha is used in way more teams than what she will be usable in. So I would, if you had to choose trading only her or Gorgoltha, I would probably lean more towards sticking with Gorgoltha. Anyways, both of them are fully upgraded. Let's go make some teams out of them, which we already have made. But actually, let me go over the event objectives real quick. So, event objectives. Summer's all the way in here. I'm still not used to this new format that they kind of have for this. But, okay. We need to go and win PvP battles. Every single time you win a PvP battle this week, you get an event gem. Pretty self-explanatory. Very nice is that there are some event keys on this, so if you don't have the event keys to actually be able to get some to try to open up for the new legend, you'll actually be able to get a maximum of 8 for free this week. And you could always put the gems towards it for as well, the 60 gems. They end up getting Atlanta for the most part, pretty outdated troop. She's just a basic hit everything with damage kind of troop. She's basically not used at all anymore, but hey, you might as well get her. Why not? She's okay against anti-Centaur, though, because she does have the combination of 50% armor piercing combined with 2 times to Centaur. So there's basically a 50% chance she'll instantly kill a Centaur pretty much with a skull. So she's at least a good anti-Centaur. So if the Centaurs ever start becoming too big of a thing, you can just use an Atlanta and you'll be fine. As far as that is pretty self-explanatory, just win PvP, so you'll be good to go. Bonus gold whenever you use the new troop that just came in. The epic one that came in, I actually completely forgot her name, and it doesn't say here. Oh, wait, never mind, sorry. Why am I saying that? It's a Centaur team, which I'm going to be showing as well. I don't know what I'm saying there. The image threw me off, but yeah, whenever you use 4 times the Centaur in PvP, you end up getting 500 gold, and it is actually quite worth it, given the fact that all Centaurs have 25% this week, as well as all Divinian Fields also having 25%. So let me go over the 3 Centaur teams I have already set up. And let me see. We'll do it on 3 trophy. I don't see why not. So let's see. Which one should we start with? Let me actually go and... which 3 do we have? So let's do the one first without the hero, because I know many of you may not have a fully upgraded hero. So let me go over to Divinian Fields, and if I can figure out the search options. So many different search options we have here. Where on earth is Kingdom? There it is. The Divinian Fields, go over down to there and put in the new thing in place of the Gorgoltha. So here we're going to be going without the hero, of course. This actually is against Skull Spam, which is pretty nice. We'll get to see how this actually ends up working against it. So let's throw it down. I'm going on a double yellow banner. This is mainly because we have +4 to yellow, +2 off our banner, +1 off of Herdmaster, as well as +1 off of the Anthea. That's her name. I keep forgetting it, gosh. But let's go for a Herdmaster mana. We will be needing that quite a bit, especially since we can get rid of or explode the yellows on the board. I don't really see much that we can do here, especially since we didn't surge the previous one. Would have been great if we would have gotten a surge on both the purples. He does end up getting an Orion, and we armor pierce him. He'll probably armor pierce us right back. And both of our armor pierces are almost redundant, since he isn't really getting any further towards the kill. Or then again, actually will. If we end up getting another armor piercing, that will be enough to kill through him. So I guess we'll try aiming for that. Another purple here would be great, though I guess we'll just have to take the yellow instead. Another yellow would pretty much get us rolling at that point. But we'll have to go for the purple, get our explosion off, and then we can go from there. It is about to get a giant spider off. Do we risk the 50%? I say we do. And we miss. Oh well. I have a feeling that's going to be happening a lot when I try doing that. Okay, let's see. Bone Dragon. I actually want you to cast so we can agile it. Agile. Or it's not actually not called agile. There it is. Dexterous. Dodge all 100% of the skulls. Very, very nice. So yeah, as I mentioned before, it is going to be very good against skull spam. This is the first battle I'm using it with it, obviously. We just pulled it. But I assume it still works if multiple skulls trigger at once. So there's basically, she's an extremely hard counter to skull spam, essentially, is what she is. And of course, the new troop, actually I can't throw it yet. I don't really have the board to be able to throw it. So let me go and just throw our explosion for now. We'll just get it for a nice little bit of mana and get a nice little poke going. So let me go throw the new ability down. This will get rid of all their positive status effects, which I have none, and then we'll do the green-yellow spawn. We do end up missing with it, but we get enough mana back that we will just be able to recast it and hopefully get the yellows right there. Boom, we get it right off the top, and we'll be able to throw that down again. One kind of interesting thing about all centaurs now, which this new troop made it possible, the Anthea, is the fact that we now have a full cleanse for our team and a full dispel for the enemy team, meaning we can remove all bad status effects from us and all good ones from them. So that's a pretty interesting concept for the centaurs now. But all we have to do now is go for anywhere where we destroy the least amount of yellow and just do that. Get our nice little double poke for on the 2 weakest. And let's see if it will hit the only weakest troop twice. If I had to guess based on its wording, I will say no. It probably doesn't do it twice, but let's see. Might as well check. So we get the skull poke right there. Which one should we go for? Well, we have a freeze right there, so let's go for the cleanse, giving us the ability back. And we could go for the skull for the kill chance, though I do want to see if it will be poked twice by this, and this will be the easiest example. So will it be hit twice? My guess is no, but because it says the 2 weakest enemies. And normally when it says something like that, I believe it will not hit the only one twice, unfortunately. Oh, I was going to leave those skulls there. I actually have no way of leaving it so I can take a skull. But, wait. Did that just hit it twice? I couldn't quite tell because it also hit the skulls, but fail. I couldn't tell because of the boost ratio and everything, too. I don't know. Was that twice? Or was that just overkill? That might have just been overkill, because she does do a lot of damage with 50%. Because you have to keep in mind, too, she's gaining 16 additional damage from the centaurs on the team. So that's what you would use without the hero. Let's go with both of them. And when I say both, I mean both the new legend that just came out, as well as the Divinian Fields hero class, which is the Oracle. Oracle fully traded is a pretty decent class. It's actually going to be useful now, since you can now use it in pretty good synergy with the 2 new troops. I'm using it with the Staff of Madness. If you do not have a Staff of Madness, you can end up using just the red weapon that hits all enemies, the Summer's Fury, I believe it's called. But we're going to be running with Staff of Madness just for the extra magic that we end up getting due to this class giving additional magic to purple. But we'll be running with that. Basically, any weapon that hits all enemies will work, preferably a red one. And we are still a Centaur. This is the Oracle class, so we can be set as a Centaur to gain all of the bonuses. We're getting 3 attack, 4 life, and 8 life, and 1 magic. So 3 attack, 8 life, and 1 magic as our bonuses. A little bit weird how it shows on 2 different screens when it overflows like that. But can't see them all at once. But the main thing that makes this work is all Centaurs gain 2 magic when an enemy casts a spell. And that is essentially 4 damage for Artema every single time she ends up getting a, or every single time the enemy ends up casting. So we'll throw this down, doing it with a double yellow again, though with this one, it might actually be better to go double purple, but for now, might as well stick with the double yellow, get the very, very quick mana, and see what we can do. We are up against a pretty annoying Rush Mercy Queen Mab team. Very, very, very excessively annoying team. I almost feel like repicking it, to be honest. But yeah, we'll just throw it down. If nothing else, we do have Herdmaster, so hopefully Herdmaster will be able to do good for us and keep cleansing it out. So we'll get into this. And of course, this still does count for the 500 gold bonus due to us using our hero as a Centaur. So let's go and, I guess, green into the brown and see where that takes us. Do need to make sure I don't accidentally give it a nice Mercy cast. Hopefully it gives us something out of when it uses its Mercy. We can take some red right there and just get that down, but I think I'm just going to go for the yellow, probably into another yellow since there's going to be plenty after the Mercy does its thing. So let's just take ourselves another yellow right here, and then we'll be good to go on the Herdmaster to get rid of this freeze. And never mind, he already got rid of his freeze. Good job. So let's go and do an explosion. You can actually align with explosions. It's a little bit hard because you don't see as much of the board. Of course, you can just see the entire column that ends up removing, and then you can see if there's going to be any kind of connection with it. As of this current moment, I don't see any directly, so I'm not even going to bother. We'll just go and do it pretty much wherever if there's not anything we can do with it. So we'll just throw that down right there. Maybe we'll get the blue right there. No, we don't. But just give it a skull. Dexterous doesn't even get to hit us for any whatsoever. We'll throw this down right there. Don't end up hitting our mana, but we do end up putting the yellow on the board. So we will throw down a Herdmaster right there and get our mana right back up. It is going to go for its Corvash, which is quite unfortunate. Both of them are stunned, so our Agile no longer... I keep calling it Agile. It's called Dexterous. The other one's called... The 20% is called Agile. But we'll throw this down, get our mana back up, and we do end up missing. It basically, even though the ability currently still says 15 of... or it says 15 gems, it's actually a mixture of both green and yellow. It's not actually creating 15 green and 15 yellow. Still, that's pretty good, though. It's basically exactly what the Guild War troops do. I believe just one less, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, are the Guild War troops 15? I forget exactly. But it's pretty much just like what the Guild War troops does. Very similar concept. Unfortunately, she doesn't actually cleanse our team. Only the Herdmaster does that. So until we can get our Herdmaster up, that's going to be a little bit hard. Especially since the way our mana is. It actually probably would have been pretty good to go double purple, or maybe even go Herdmaster in the first slot and just use her purely for damage. But we'll throw this down again, and being quite disabled right now by the fact that he has a Corvash just sitting there up front. There isn't much we can really do to it since it keeps denying out our mana generation. And there isn't just really anything we can do to kind of stop it. But we will get the last little bit of our mana right there. We will finally be able to cleanse. I think I am going to go for the damage instead. So we're just going to throw down that huge amount of damage right there. See our stats. It'll take a skull. We'll get our nice Herdmaster to get rid of those freezes, and especially now that it does not have a queen map. And that AoE damage was very easy to get a kill off of since this one keeps hitting the weakest too. And there we go again. I don't think we've been touched by a single skull this battle. If so, barely any. But yeah, it is really, really, really good at taking very minimal damage from skulls. And it's not a mitigation, it just completely dodges them out, which is kind of nice. And here, while not an extra turn, we will be able to go for a double yellow. One right there and one off the other side, getting our ability right back up. And yeah, just throw it back down again, and that will be the match. And we are hitting very, very, very high. That is, of course, somewhat because of her 50% that she's getting this week, but still very nice. And now one with her, but without the class. Of course, she was getting a bunch of extra magic that time around due to the trait that we had on our hero. But let's go up against the arguably one of the most annoying teams in the game. And oh wait, never mind. This one is without legends. I ended up making one without the hero, with both, and now without the legend. So let's go without her, going instead this time with a black manacle. Still going with the double yellow, particularly with the Herdmaster. Is not really going to make much difference if we go for the double purple. So here, if you don't get lucky enough, or you don't want to spend your invent keys to actually go and get this new legend, this is pretty much what we're going to be doing. This still does cover all centaurs because our hero class is set as the Divining Fields one, which can be set as a centaur. So we'll go and throw this down. We'll still be utilizing that extra magic that we end up getting. This won't really have as much effect with this kind of team, but it will help our hero, which I have set to black manacles. You can, in this particular team, set it to any purple weapon that hits all enemies and would be fine. Particular reason that I am doing black manacles is because it still gets the +5 magic, as well as it uses brown, so that helps for us to cover every single color in this team. So we end up getting our cast right back up. We'll throw that back down again, and our main damage source will be black manacles for the most part. One thing that's kind of nice about the 3.05 patch is the hero team bonus thingies is working completely correctly. As you can see, probably this entire time, our hero does have a 50% bonus due to being both a centaur and being within Divining Fields this week, gaining both the bonuses. Normally, or at least on the, I know, PC mobile version, it would normally only do one of them. It would only do the troop type, but it wouldn't do the troop kingdom thing. So that has been fixed. So if your hero is covering any of the bonuses, it will actually be getting those bonuses now. So let me go and what do we do about this? Only barrier can stop Devour. This is 3.05. One pretty nice thing about 3.05 is with pretty much every Devourer in the game, you can use a barrier to block it. It'll still do its base damage, but it will not do the actual Devour. Like for the example with the Cabears, its Devour triggers both and then would trigger on the barrier if we had it, and then it would do its damage. Whereas currently it just does the Devour and overwrites and then steals the barrier from it. So right here, I believe we have enough to kill it out with our split damage, and down they go. That was the first Bull Taurus I actually used, but yeah, Bull Taurus, not actually that bad, particularly if you can HP buff it. Though with 50% stats, it barely even needs a HP buff this week. You can try and kind of just use it as some standard damage. And we can see someone else already making a team with it, going with those Astral Spirits with those very high true damage. That is pretty annoying. That is another build that I did not cover that you could probably do. Maybe even 4 Astral Spirits. I wouldn't be surprised. The first week Astral Spirit came out, pretty much everyone ran 4 Astral Spirits until they nerfed it into what it is now. But yeah. Using Astral Spirits with either Orion or Artema is pretty good, mainly because of that double armor piercing, or that armor piercing, or the other one with the true shot, with the true damage of the Astral Spirit works out pretty well. But anyways, that will wrap it up for this video. If you guys have any other questions about the event or anything else with Gems of War or anything about the 3.05 patch, because I know consoles has got that and quite a few things have come with that, just feel free to leave it in the comment section below and I will answer all of them. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and best of luck getting the drops. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.